Good morning and welcome to Heartland Dual Sport. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Heartland Dual Sport this morning. I'm Dale and we're going to be going over what we pack when we go on a multi-day trip. So let's get to the video. Good morning and thanks for tuning in again to Heartland Dual Sport. And after our recent trip, we've been on the K-Trail so far this year, and we've also been on a multi-day trip with woodsmen up in southwest Missouri. And I thought it might be a good time to go ahead and show you what we carry with us when we're going to be going on a multi-day trip. And what we have in the fender bag is we've got 2 tire irons and a front tube. And then, like I said, we've got the tow strap strapped to the actual fender bag. Just keeps everything up front and up friendly. And this is the Wolfman number bag, and I'll kind of show you what we got in here. I've got number one, an extra rock strap. The rock straps are awesome for tying down stuff, and they kind of cinch up. If you guys haven't seen the rock straps, I'll do another video just on the rock straps themselves, because it's those are a lifesaver when you're out. After my fender falling off, I realized that keeping all of my tools in my tool bag, which is in the main bag on the back, is not really a good option, because you have to unload everything to get to your tool bag. So what I have here is a T-handle, and it's got 8, 10, 12, and I think a 14 or something, I don't know, but the 8, 10, and 12 are the 3 main ones that you need. And that way you've got it up front and up handy if something rattles loose or something like that, like the fender, it started getting loose. And on the K-Trail, I'm sure you guys probably remember that. But carry them in there, and then I also started carrying the, after that same incident, see, I got a 13, a 12, a 10, and there should be an 8 somewhere also. And these are the ratchet wrenches, which makes it a lot easier. The gear shifter, if you had to replace the gear shifter, especially on the KLR, there's not enough room to really get a socket in there, because they've got the bolt on the top of the shifter instead of the bottom. These right here are super handy, having the ratchet built into the wrench itself. And then we've got, this is actually, it's made for mountain biking type stuff, but it's the Blackburn, and it's a CO2 air pump, so you can air your tires up. And then I carry a couple of extra CO2 cartridges also. That makes for a great way to air up your tire. Anyways, I got 2 tire irons in this bag with the tube, and they're the ones that have the wrench on the side. So I've got the wrenches for front and rear axle nuts, and then since I'm not carrying an extra tire iron, to me I found that it's easier if you use 3 when you're changing a tire. I've got the tire changing buddy, but made by Motion Pro. Got the Allen wrenches up front where they're easy to get to. I've got a SOG tool, which is essentially like a Leatherman. It's got just about any kind of tool you'd need in the front also. Got some extra batteries. I've got the Motul hand cleaner. You get out and you're working on stuff. This is a waterless hand cleaner that you can use, so it's actually pretty handy to have up front too after you do some repairs or whatever. And then I've got some JB weld, some aluminum weld, and another knife, some electrician's tape, and then in this dry bag there's just extra cords and stuff to charge up the GoPros and power pack and whatnot. And again, I'll go ahead and I'll take a picture of this stuff. This is pretty much everything that's in the front of the bag. It's also got a spot for your keys, to hang your keys if you need, and that's pretty awesome. you'll see on the handlebars is we've got a GPS now. When we went on the K-Trail, I was planning on using my phone for the maps and the map system and all that stuff, and essentially what happened was so I had no service. So I'm going to stop the video right here because I'll go ahead and finish out with the gear that I wear right here in this video. One of the things I want to talk to you real quick, and I'm going to just make it a short note. The Wolfman makes the backpack. I've already done a show and tell type video on the backpack. I actually love this backpack. I've got it set up. It's a little bit big on me right now because I don't have my riding jacket on. But while we were talking about the GPS, it brought up something else that we're going to be doing a show and tell soon. But this is Spot. It's actually a pretty cool deal. This is a satellite run, and I'm going to do a whole other video on it, but I just want you to see that I do carry the Spot with me on my backpack. I've seen a lot of guys who'll put them on the handlebars. I actually bought a handlebar mount for it, and then the more I thought about it, if I ended up going off my bike or say I bailed off my bike and the bike went down into a canyon, or say I fell off the bike, I went down into a canyon, I want to be able to get to this Spot. I want it on me and on my person. I've got a ton of confidence in this bag that I've got my Spot on the bag, and something happens to me and I'm down in a ditch, the bike, vice versa, or whatever. I've got the Spot with me at all times. This is also my hydration bladder. I've showed you guys the hydration and how it works on this bag also, so we won't go into that. I'm trying to show you real quick what I carry in this bag. I've got a tourniquet. This is going to be one of the self-applying tourniquets, so I mean you can actually do it yourself without needing extra help. I also carry extra water with me, shirt, a couple of shirts, because when we went on the last ride it was actually pretty dang cool in the morning, so I'd start out with a thick shirt and then I'd throw it in the bag. I've also got some snacks handy, zip ties handy, toilet paper, and that type of stuff in here as well, because again I always keep the bag on me if I need to run off in the woods because nature's calling. I've got what I need right here on the backpack without having to dig through another bag and look for it. And this is my rope that I keep handy, and if you guys are not familiar with the prusik knot, basically you can tie this around the tree, adjust your prusik knot, and then always keep a carabiner on my bag, so that way I've got a way to hang the bag up on a tree. So again, if you're out in the woods, nature calls or whatever, you got your everything you need right here, and you got your bag tied up so it's not in the mud. And also keep my silverware right here in this top bag. This is titanium, it's real light. It's just pretty awesome to have, and I mean, it cleans up real easy. I do have some wipes in here as well to clean it up. I've also got a little trauma pack, and let's see here. I got some trash sacks. Trash sacks are one of the things that are overlooked a lot when you guys are packing for a trip. I've also got a notepad and a pen down there also. And again, these are things that I've found to be really useful, or I wouldn't be carrying them. I hope that I don't need the trauma pack, but you know, it doesn't matter how good of a rider you are. Some of these trails are challenging, and you may go down and you may end up needing something, and I'd rather have it right here handy than to be looking for it. I've also got more first aid stuff in the back, and we'll get to that as we get to it, but this is just stuff that's always on me and readily available, and I figured having a little bit of your first aid kit right here handy, that way no matter where I'm at, you've always got it. You've also got the items that you need for, you know, staying safe and staying dry, and extra change of shirt and stuff like that. And I can tell you from working lots of long hours in the heat, if you, you know, after a while your shirts are all sweaty, if you'll just take a couple of minutes and change out and put on a dry t-shirt, a lot of times you'll feel 100 times better. and that's just something that I do. I try to carry the self-wicking type shirts, the synthetics and stuff like that. They dry out much faster, and it's just handy to have one extra right there that's dry and ready to go. And along with my snacks, I don't get this big by skipping meals. So that's everything in the backpack. And let's go ahead and we'll go over the tank bag real quick. Tank bag. Very first thing that I got right up front is going to be power supply. If you guys aren't carrying one of these, it's actually a pretty awesome deal. This one's made by Rave Power or Rav Power, however you want to say it. It's got 3 different plug-ins up at the top. The one is actually used for the charger to charge the battery itself. It's got a little light on it you can push. See the little light? It's actually pretty bright. On the front, it's got a digital display. It tells you that this is charged up 100%. And then you've got 2 outs for it. You can be charging your iPhone, your iPad, your Cena. You can be charging a GoPro. Just a multitude of things. And then I also carry my extra batteries for the GoPro and an extra micro SD card in here as well. And most of the time, guys, this is actually in one of the dry bags like the red one that you seen a minute ago. But just to make it a little bit faster for the video, I thought it might be easier just to do it like this. Next thing up, we have, there's a little pocket in here with a zipper on it. Got an iPhone cord, got earplugs, and a lighter. I always carry lots of lighters with me. I know that after riding with the Woodsman and his son, he's always got a lighter on him. And then this is just a little screwdriver. It works real good. If you can't find your GoPro tool, this works real good for tightening up stuff as well. It's got, and then I've got a tire pressure gauge right up here handy as well. And again, this bag has got the see-through mesh on it so you can see what's going on. If you guys remember from one of the last videos, I always carry something with me to eat just in case I get too hungry. A lot of times I play too hard. Got an extra pair of gloves. And I've got toothpicks. I'm the world's worst when it comes to toothpicks. I always want to have a toothpick when I get done eating. So that one's got the floss on it and the toothpicks. Again, it's small, lightweight. Here's some extra batteries. These are AAA. They actually work on the spot. The spot has a long battery life, but I don't want to be out somewhere and then didn't need it. And again, here's the dry bag that I normally keep the battery in. But and it's just got hand warmers in it. When we went on the K-Trail, it was actually getting pretty cold at night, so I had hand warmers. Some of this stuff we'll end up taking out because we're not going to need it the rest of the summer. So just to lighten up the load in the boat, we'll take some of this stuff out. And again, some more, this is going to be more like the Powerade type powder. Again, it's quick protein. I've got another rope, just like the one I showed you for my backpack. And I use this to tie up some of the other dry bags and whatnot when we get to camp and get set up. But it's always real easy to get to. Got a lens cleaning cloth, and then this is also works to carry your sunglasses in as well. Or like we did on the K-Trail, I did carry an extra pair of the clear sunglasses, and I normally have them in here as well. And then this is energy gel. This is the toolkit that came with the DRZ, and I don't know if you guys remember, but originally the DRZ comes with a little tool bag, and it's on the tail end of the bike. After putting my rack and stuff on, there's no room for that, so I carry it up front too. That way you've got plenty of tools to get almost anything you need done between this tool bag and the other tools that are carried for changing the flats and the flat tire repair stuff up front. And it's all handy right here. Again, this bag doesn't look very big, but it will hold a bunch of stuff. And that's it for part one. Well, if you like our video, give us a thumbs up. Guys, don't give up on me. We are going to go through this other half of the bike, and I don't want to get, let's see here. I don't want this video to be too long. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and break this up into 2 videos. And this is just going to be the front half, what we carry on the bike, safety stuff that's easy to get to, stuff that you're going to be needing throughout your day, throughout your trip. This other half of the bike is going to be stuff that you're going to need for camp. And if you haven't already, subscribe. If you like our video, give us a thumbs up. And again, as always, we appreciate your likes, comments, and subscribe. Share this video with your buddies if you know some other people that are going to be going on adventure rides. I think this is a great way to get started, especially if you know, there might be some things you haven't thought about, like the trash sacks. I carry trash sacks all over my bike just in case it starts raining and I've got some equipment that I don't want wet. You can use your trash sack. Get to a campsite, you've got trash and you need to put it in a sack. That's one thing a lot of people don't ever think about, but again, like, comment, and share our video, and as always, have a blessed week.